Hello everyone, and so this is how I've made 527 in 19 minutes trading Nasdaq. It's not a lot, but it's honest work, and so I'm gonna explain everything how I started and my idea for the day. So here you can see the P&L from TradeSyncer and report card as well. There you go. So beautiful. Oh my god, like TradeSyncer is so much more beautiful. Oh my god, last time I used it, crazy. So let's go over it. So here you can see the executions. Okay. So my idea for the day, I was very conflicted initially when coming into this day on the buys. Okay. So I knew I would be lighter on risk today, or at least more aggressive at cutting down risk. So initially, we had closed below a gap, right? A daily gap. However, the closure, we like swept this low and we closed like near it, right? Not very clear and if we're going to continue lower or not. We did take previously low here on the 4-hour, and we take like very high probability levels in the 4-hour as well. So we were looking for a retracement up to then go down, right? So that was the idea for today, but I wasn't very sure. Initially, we had like this low probability run up, and that's made me think retracement was more likely than anything else, because look at all of this liquidity right here. Like price really was taking a slow run, and so this made me think that I wanted price to reverse from like the premium of this range, right? We have a very big gap, so it was also low probability here, even for shorts, because we have a very large area from where price could reverse from. And so when I was going into open, I was more focused on shorts. However, I don't want to take this gap. So my model uses a 15-minute gap. I don't want to take the gap. I want to take a gap created after creating a trend, right? And so currently here, I was looking to see if this 15-minute didn't hold. If this didn't hold, I would be looking for shorts below this into the gap. However, this 15-minute held it, and I was looking for a 1-minute level to trade until the highs, basically this size right here. Okay. And that's what I did. So basically, we did sweep. We took this 15-minute level lows, and we did no gaps here. So this price action is very low probability overall. There is no gaps whatsoever in any of this part right here. And so it adds up to my idea that price ran up the entire day earlier, and it was a slow burn run, which would lead to retracement later or not. We still don't know yet. But it was like a lower probability day, right? So I waited and I waited and I waited until I had my model, and there I go. I had my model right here. I had a gap after closing above a swing high. It's like a very late entry. So the perfect entry would be right here after taking this liquidity, okay, into the 15-minute gap and then creating a gap right here. This would be a perfect trade, honestly. And while I could have entered on the breaker, I do not like breaking my rules. I'm always doing the same thing. I like consistency in the way I trade. So my initial stop loss was right here. And I would say this is a big mistake. So this trade was 2R right here. So this would be a 2R. So it's a very large trade. And it was obviously not a win. It's like close to break even, but I'll explain why. I'll explain my reasoning. And so this is where my stop loss was, which is not very efficient logic-wise, because if this is where I'm wrong and price could go back lower, here I'm also wrong here. So this is also a place where I would be wrong here, because if price would take this low, it also has this low resistance liquidity. The likelihood that it goes back and takes, So likelihood that if price takes this low and goes back to this low is very high. And so this is a bet that I should be willing to take here. It's more logical to put my stop loss here and reduce by a little. Like it's more efficient here, because it's also denies my logic in which this low is taken, that I'm probably wrong on a trend. And this is also going to be taken, okay? So this was my entry, and then since I knew this day was low probability, I trailed aggressively. So my stop loss, I trailed immediately to here, and then after we did this like higher, I trailed to here, and then I really did not want to let this trade go back to break even or lower, because in my mind this was low probability day. which it was, if it is low probability today, it's very low move, very low volume, low volatility, I would be more pissed off of losing a big run. Actually, I would be more pissed off of taking a small loss than of losing a big run on a day like this, honestly. So if that's what I would be more pissed off, I'd move my stops immediately to here, which was same low inside of a fib gap, and I've closed the win right here. Small win, however, it's a low probability day, which you can see here, how price reacted. Looking in hindsight, you have a 4-hour candle, which is probably doing a C2. Yeah, so we have a 4-hour candle with a 15-minute CISD here, which is a C2, and so probably I would bet my money on it. Actually, I would not bet my money on it, but I would probably predict that price is probably going to end up somewhere around here the rest of the day. We'll see tomorrow. But this is basically my setup. I trilled aggressively because low probability day. I don't want risk on the table. And yeah, so that's how I made 527 in 19 minutes.